Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Total War Three Kingdoms featuring Jian. And our last episode saw a couple battles, one very successful and doing better than we were predicted, and the other one not so successful, doing worse than predicted here, taking over Yangzhou farmland. It said a Pyrrhic victory, although we lost half as many soldiers as who we defeated, although we still are very depleted, so I guess we'll go with the Pyrrhic and try to recover this next episode here ahead of us. We got a little bit of housekeeping ahead of us that we didn't deal with last time because of the two battles, and I want to knock that out first. We're going to go into the reforms, and I think there's a few things I need to be doing. I need to be getting up here over in the blue side of the tree so I can get to the point where I can unlock entrepreneurs to continue some of my port building that I need to expand. But first, we're going to keep that focus on trying to improve certain military forces, and one of them is down here with this reform of feudal magnates. It unlocks for me the Azure Dragon unit, and that's where we're going to go on this one and issue that reform. After that, we're going to start looking, I think that's done our immediate goals of upgrading certain infantry units, and after that we're going to go some more economical ones, because right now we got nice cash, which I'll be spending some of, but our per turn income still isn't where I think it needs to be, and so we're going to work on some upgrades for our economic buildings. We got a couple promotions. In fact, after that last battle, we're staring at a couple promotions right in front of us, so let's get in here and take care of those. Yes, Sun Jian, you are going to, and since your retinue is heavily skewed towards the archers, we're going to go here and give you precision as far as your promotion here. It'll also improve your expertise, increasing 10% ranged armor piercing damage in your army and 10% ranged firing rate when you're commanding, which you are. So that is your next promotion. We're going to apply it right here. We also have Qiu Shangping. She also has a promotion, and her strength or her forces down here, it's currently sitting at all melee style infantry, and with that in mind, I'm kind of thinking, whoops, let's get down to the right person here. Here we go. We're looking at, I'm basically, dignity is one that I'm looking at. Discipline does not suffer a morale penalty when the general dies. Can also rally after routing more often. I think eventually we're going to get this, but we're going to start out with Nature's Ally. Anything to increase speed, especially through some of these forested maps. So we're going to go with Nature's Ally on this promotion. And probably follow that up next time with the dignity that we were looking at. So next, let's take a look at a couple provinces here where we got tons of opportunities to potentially build, but I think we're going to go over to Badong, and I'm taking a look over here in particular in Badong, and I'm looking and interested, speaking of income, we're going to go ahead and increase or upgrade our trading port here, and I think it's worthwhile spending the money there. Also, we're going to go take a look at Zhangling, and what I'm going to look at doing is we have some buildings here also that we can upgrade, but not until the city is up to a small regional city, and I'd like to take that step also in Zhangling. So we're going to go upgrade here to the large city, which is a step below, I believe, what we're going to need, the small regional. There we go, and that has spent a big chunk. We're going to leave the rest in reserve for potential unit upgrades upcoming. What else am I thinking about? Oh, we got a couple, so we've taken care of the promotions, a couple ancillaries. Military instructor, when I was looking around, there really is nobody that needs this unit. Well, let's just double check. There's nobody, let's put it this way, no vanguards that necessarily need them because they have already better ancillaries. But if we go down to the bottom, some of these, maybe they do not have an ancillary, and even though this is not a perfect fit for them, like Cao Sheng, he's only a court noble anyway. Let's see if we have any general out there that doesn't have one. Zhang Fang, your general you don't have, so we're just going to park him over here. He's not a great fit, but for you he will enable loose formation for your units. And also we're looking at the clay dog, and I'm thinking, I thought I looked at Lun Song, and he has a clay axe currently, but the upgrade is +6/+6, similar but better. So we're going to give him the clay dog to upgrade him, and then we'll just take a quick peek and see if there's anyone else who's just missing an ancillary. It may not be a great upgrade. In fact, we'll just park it right here. Right here. You don't have one, we'll just park it there. It's not the perfect fit for you. Oh, non-equipable. Oh, I can't, currently on cooldown, so I can't equip it yet this turn anyway, so we'll hang on that. And there is the housekeeping. Now, just as a quick recap before we hit next turn, the plan down here is we made peace in the west, and we're going to go against these 3 provinces of the Han Empire. Over here in the Wuling Commandery, the rice paddy, the small town, and the livestock farm. That is our immediate goal over here with Chengpu. Up here in the center where we just were, let's zoom out so we can get there quicker. We have the fearless leader Sun Jian, followed by Sun Quan. The bloody battle here, but if Runan stays unfortified, if Kong Zhou does not move any defenses there, Sun Jian is going to move right in there and try to force a surrender and take them over, as Sun Quan is kind of licking his wounds. He's a little on the weak side after that battle. Over here up we have our city of Guangling, which there's just nothing I can do at the moment. So the way, I just don't have forces down there strong enough. We have Sun Ren down here, but we're going to keep her, just keeping an eye out on Kong Rong and his general of Lun Yue Shang. If she comes around like Kong Rong did up the river, we're going to pounce on him here with Sun Ren. Otherwise, we got to hope these armies split up, because as they are together, they're just overwhelming. Now, individually, these armies are really, don't scare me. The units, as you start looking through, the units really are not that amazing. It's just that the number of soldiers when they're together like this kind of overwhelm me. We also have Sun Ce over here that did take one of Gongshengzhan's provinces back. I think what we're going to do is continue up to Pengcheng farmland, try to provide a distraction where maybe one of these guys tries to move north and maybe they split up to try and deal with that. And otherwise we're just hanging on to Sun Ren down here in a defensive position as she strengthens up. So that's kind of the overall picture we're looking at. Let's just step into next turn and see what it brings for us. Here we go. So they've no longer decided to hang out and just siege us out. They decided to go in. There's no way in heck we're going to be able to win this. So let's just delegate and get it over with and lose the province. And then find out where their forces decide to go once they have it. So it's a decisive defeat as we expected. Xinjiang moving through. Kong Rong's general is moving around as we suspected. We got Zhang Yan moving up. Hopefully our best bud down here is going to be able to hold the north and help me out from that incursion up north that seems to be formulating, because my northern border is a little susceptible right now until we take out Kong Zhou down here. With that in mind, let's read a few little things that happened here. We lost the small city of Guangling. We know that. Unfortunately, there was nothing we really could do about it. Xinjiang signed a peace treaty with Liu Bai. Yuan Shu declares his intentions. Messages have reached you that the warlord Yuan Shu has declared himself the emperor under heaven. Such a brazen act has angered many, but he has also drawn powerful nobles to his cause. So he is an aspiring emperor, Yuan Shu. Let's go find out. Oh, the finest armor. We have a new suit of armor that has arrived in town. We'll take a look at that. And let's put our eyes on Yuan Shu. That I don't see here over on the known faction. So Yuan Shu, he has named and declared his intentions, but we're just going to have to keep aware of that. We got some new traits gained. Sun Tzu, honest. Gu Shuyan, creative. We now have a commanded contestory because of that city we lost. Traits gained. And new ancillaries, Sage's armor. So let's take a look and see if we got anybody with expertise where this is going to be an upgrade for them. Let's take a peek. Perhaps Cheng Pu. Let's take a look at your armor. +9 expertise. And what are we looking at? The Sage's armor. Less armor. It's got a better armor base though, so let's take a look at Cheng Pu. Yeah, we're going to upgrade, I think, his armor. It reduces speed but gives a charge bonus, and reduces expertise, but we're still fairly high. Let's just equip it and go from there. We'll take the charge bonus and the extra armor. Qishang Ping. Whoops, no, we want to go down here. I was going to look back here and see if we were able. Yes, we can now equip because we've waited a turn. It's not the perfect fit, but we might as well give some extra satisfaction down there just as a holding pattern. Okay, so we got incursions starting up north, so it seems that it's important for Sun Jian to get over here, or we can't quite make it to the large town this time. And we're in the summer though. Let's see if let's just give it a shot, Sun Jian, and see if you can make it. Not quite. Ooh, we see the enemy over here. So he looks like he's speedily marching over. I'm thinking at this point we're going to bring some reinforcements over. Hopefully he can't do a night battle, and we aren't going to reinforce, but if we are together, hopefully we will persuade him not to attack. Up north, Sun Tzu, let's continue your foray into Pengcheng farmland. And where is the farmland? Okay, we can reach it this turn. We will start the battle. It's a decisive victory. Let's just move on. Actually, decisive, we're just going to delegate this one since it's just the garrison that we got in there. So let's go delegate this and take the farmland. "34 heroism gained." And we're gonna the hope being in the process of doing this, We got out of this a robe of the Omen Maker. So we may have something new. Mamidi, what are you wearing? Looks like we have an upgrade for you in the robe department. 20 armor base, much more cunning. We're gonna equip this robe here. There's an upgrade for you. And we have secured the Peng Cheng commandery. So we lost one commandery and gained one back. Now the question will be, have we gained notice of Gongshengzhan? And we got another large town in range that we could head out to. It would then give us access potentially to the coast and therefore the fishing port. So let's see if we've grabbed his attention or if he's just going to keep grabbing on his own down here, and we're going to have to find a plan to get Sun Ren on board with the defenses down here. Now I don't think Sun Ren, I don't think you have any way to get down that far. I'm going to wait one more turn to see where Kong Rong moves. Keep you right here, Sun Ren, till we get a better idea of where these forces up in Guangling, the small city, are going to move. And I think we're going to call that our turn, other than we have a promotion down here that I almost missed. Gu Shoyang. Let's see. Plus 40% income from commerce from an administered commandery. I think that's the way we're going to go with you as far as your promotion. All right, at this point, who else do we have to move? And that is out in the west. So let's continue our trek here into Han territory. We'll move towards Wuling, the rice paddy, and see what we can find. Wuling, the rice paddy. It looks like we have some small defenses over there. We're going to continue around up to the north. We can make it only so far this turn. Not very far. And that is everybody's move. We're not going to spend any money on building upgrades this turn. We're just going to call it a turn. Let's kind of back out and keep an eye in the east and see if those forces around Guangling, the small city, decide to break up and commit somewhere where we can counter them. Let's find out. Oh, one more thing I think I want to take a look at, and that is diplomacy. Quick deals, and do we have any trade? There is no trade right now. I just wanted to take a peek to make sure there was no trade. And that's all we're gonna, that's all I was looking for. Let's hit the next turn and see what happens. Now Kong Rong is looking for peace, and he can give us a hefty amount in peace. Problem is, and the reason, and the only reason I am going to reject this peace, is he is the the Han Empire is a vassal of Kong Rong. So if I make peace with him, the spreading I'm trying to do in the west will not be able to happen. So we are going to reject this peace offer. And his forces have moved to ground to the south of us. Kong Zhou is moving towards us for battle. Is this going to be a night battle? This is a night battle. He's going to try picking us off. It's predicted a close defeat, but hopefully with that in mind, he's going against Sun Quan, hopefully, even though we are outnumbered dramatically, almost 2-1, we're gonna hope we can. We're gonna hope we can survive on this one. I think I'm gonna jump in and try this battle. Unfortunately, we cannot get reinforced, but being on the defensive and being that we kind of, if we can just hold our line, I think I like our chances. He has hardly any artillery compared to ours, at least. And we're going to go in here and we're going to start this battle. See if we can come out on top. All right, here we go. As far as the map is concerned, we do have water in between. We got the river running through it. And let's see other defenses or other options we might have. It would be nice to have a little more. I'm kind of thinking that with the trees, it provides us cover, but we're the one that have the superior ranged attack, I believe. So I kind of want to have it out of the trees to try and try to maximize that advantage. So let's come back here into the back. And we're going to set up back in the corner, having them come to us, I would think. Crossbowmen will help on the flanks. We have what anti-archer cavalry we have available. Since they're weaker, we'll put them on this side. We actually will try hiding them in the trees as much as possible over here. And one of the two is hidden. Let's see if we can get you hidden back in there too. There we go. On the other side, the other flank, we're going to keep them noticeable. They're just my flanking cavalry on this side. And my interior line, looks like we're going to have halberds holding the center of the line. Yeah, we got the swordsmen on one side that'll cover the flank of the line. Hopefully be able to swing out and come behind the front. And on the other side, we will have our axemen. Get the archers right in the middle. Okay, we're going to go with regular shot to start out. We're going to put, since we are the defender, we're going to put these guys in the shield wall formation over here on this side. We only have the ability to do loose, and we will see what happens. Let's get our generals placed. Now I'm kind of thinking Sun Quan as a commander, not like you're the strongest in the world. I think it's more important to keep you guys back here and keep you right here for the buffs you can give. Charge resistance, that's going to be important. You don't have any specific buffs. It's just nature's ally. All right, we're ready. Let's get this started. Where do the trebuchets? Now, they're all loaded. We don't see anybody yet. We're going to wait. In fact, we're going to scout out our cavalry a little bit. See if we can gain sight on them. And we have gained sight. We're going to park right off to the side, waiting for them to commit so we can see where we want to take these guys. Their commander Jian. We might want to take a chance and get out there and try a duel. What do you think? Shall we, Sun Quan? Let's charge forward and see if they're open to a potential duel. We'll find out. Not much in the way of archers to worry about. They're staying close to their line at the moment. See if we can get some of our cavalry into the back of their lines. And here we go. I don't know, did either of us get knocked off on that? It was hard to tell in the tall grasses here. No power move to speak of, so right now we have the early lead in the battle, or the duel, I should say. I want to get our cavalry around this guy that came out to meet us and into the rear to go against their archers. And right now their archers are playing havoc on our flanking cavalry, which is not what we want. We got to get our cavalry over here to help us out. In fact, we're going to charge into the rear of these crossbowmen and see if we can help ourselves out there. Fortunately, our cavalry seems to be having a little bit of an impact here. Let's see if we can charge back on them and keep them tied up. We are still winning in the duel. I think we want to buff ourselves up a little bit. Get our cavalry in on there, archers in the back. They're coming around the back, and there's not a lot I can do right there at the moment. We almost have the duel won. Fortunately, it looks like we have their cavalry won. We need to start flanking in the rear really fast. Make their archers run. Fortunately, our crossbowmen here have been able to solidify this side. And we did not get out and flank with some of our other soldiers on this side. Let's get our crossbowmen off and out to the side. These crossbowmen got locked in, not what we wanted. Have the swordsmen take their position there. Oh, they decided to rally on this side. Let's take it back to them. And cavalry now needs to forget about their archers and come help some rear attacks. Our line is beginning to falter a little bit, but not on this side. So we need to start bringing soldiers out. Let's bring our cavalry out. Trying to go against what they're good at, and that is ranged units. Sun Quan, let's take you in here. And we don't need you back there, Kishu. we lost track of you, and you're back there. Now we got to get our cavalry back in here and help on the rear attacks to my faltering right. Okay, we are starting to break down their line. They have one strong unit here left. Let's bring you in here and get my crossbowmen to weaken their one strong unit that we have. Come on, we need your buff in here. Oh, we weren't quite close enough to help out where we needed it the most. They've rallied their one saber light sword militia over here. Let's get in here and take care of them. That's our last holdout. We will have taken it to him as a result. We definitely faltered our line on the right, not keeping enough attention there, but it looks like we have them in full retreat. Just about, yeah. Is there any, what's the unit we're missing? Why are we not routing them? There's our victory. All right, we're gonna hang on as we chase some of these units down, and I speed this puppy up, so hang in there. All right, we have run him down. It's a close victory, better than that close defeat that was predicted against us. Let's end the battle and check out the stats. Defender, we lost 1264, or we have 1264 remaining versus their 421 remaining. So we definitely have worn them down. Had a feeling we'd be able to hold our own in that situation, and we did. Oof. And we gained some good heroism on that particular one. Character captured. I think at this point I'm not going to take on any extra salary. We're just going to release for the income, and we're going to work definitely on our replenishment, because we now, Sun Quan's army is depleted. All right, Huan Sui has invited Ma Teng into their alliance. What else have we got? Assignments. Assignments are just recalled, so we got to remember next turn to get out some new assignments. Traits gained. Cheng Pu is now artful. Gains his expertise and some public order. buffs, character developments. We got some new guys running through the area. We aren't going to check them out just yet until our per turn income takes a jump up with some of our buildings we're going on. Sun Quan gained a rank though, so let's take a look at Sun Quan and see what we have that might fit and might work for us. We have nobility of +1 available assignments if he's prime minister. Enables encourage, and in your own retinue 20% ranged block chance. Provides a morale bonus to nearby allies. Allies. Stone bulwark ranged block chance. So we have a morale buff to allies or stone bulwark, so it gives us an ability to stand up against the other guy's arrows. I think I'm going to go with that one. There we go. We also have diplomatic reports here. We have a trespasser and fooling the small city. Let's go take a look at who is down there. Where, oh where, oh where do we see anybody in fooling the small city? I do not see them, so if they're there, they're not visible and not... unless they didn't cross the river over here. So maybe it was just a temporary trespass. We'll find out. I think we will... What's this? Diplomacy, we already looked at that. I think what we're going to do is take a look at who we have available to move. Do we have the ability? Cheng Pu, how far can we get you? It says not very far. We're looking at harvest, and then we get into autumn. I want to see if we can get over to this rice paddy before the winter. That's what I want to try and do. It doesn't look like we're going to quite be able to make it. Maybe what we need to do is a little forced march to get ourselves closer. Obviously it means it's going to hamper our ability to retreat, but I think forced march is important since we're only up against such a small force over here. We're going to do it just to ensure that we can make it to the rice paddy next time. I think that's the way we'll play that. As far as the rest, let's take a look at where we're sitting. Sensei, we may move you over to Lanye, the large town. Have we, or did we see Guangling, the small city? We've lost sight of whoever was over there. And we've lost sight of Kongrong. I'm kind of thinking that perhaps we take you, Sun Ren, and get up to the Donghai fish port, perhaps. And at the same time, we're going to take you, Sun Ce, see if we can't take over this large town right here. Decisive victory, we're just going to delegate this one out also. We gained coin and we gained a little bit of heroism, even though we were supposed to capture this one. There wasn't any resistance. A captured officer. During the to and fro of war, you managed to capture an enemy officer. Though he fought bravely, he is no fool. He offers himself to your service. You have tested him, and by extension his master. Your strength is greater and cause therefore just. He is your man now. He will fight for you. So we've added a salary of 100 and we gained a general. Let's see what we're looking at down here. Looks like Cao Shuang. So that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. We'll take a look at him closer. A noble's sword with authority. We'll take a look at that. I'm thinking what we'll do at this point is we're going to kind of hold off. What we're probably going to do is move next turn. In fact, why don't we just set it up? Shall we set it up? We're going to take Sun Jian over to Kong Zhou, and we are going to siege the large town.
起武器。
And it is a town, so let's demand surrender first of all. Didn't think he was going to take it because that is Kong Zhou himself. We have a decisive victory ahead of us. But since we're looking at an enemy army and not just a garrison, join me next time. This is where we will be starting it out. We are just going to starve them out, and when we come back next, that's just so I can save the game, and then when we come back next time, we will start this battle next episode. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky. Hope you all enjoyed this particular episode. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Give me a like. Let me know what you're thinking. Give me any ideas you may have on what we need to do. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you.